We're stepping into a winter jungle where even the smallest insects fight to survive the cold. Winter coats the undergrowth with ice crystals. These ferns act like shelters for tiny insects searching for warmth. This winter ant moves sluggishly. Their bodies produce antifreeze proteins to prevent ice from forming inside their cells. Under this fallen log is an entire insect jungle. Warm enough for survival, dark enough for safety. This ground beetle digs deeper to escape the cold. The soil below stays a few degrees warmer.
As sunlight breaks through, a tiny world wakes up.
These webs are engineering marvels. Even in winter, spiders rely on morning moisture for survival.
These caterpillars enter a state of suspended animation. Their metabolism drops almost to zero.
Even fungi support insect life. Under this mushroom cap, small gall mites and moth larvae shelter from the icy air.
Winter jungles breathe slowly. Warm patches create miniature ecosystems just inches apart.
Ladybugs cluster together to conserve warmth. This one waits for afternoon temperatures to rise.
Ant colonies stay active by gathering what little food winter offers. Their teamwork never stops. Mosquito larvae survive the winter by slowing down their growth until conditions improve.
These millipedes curl together for warmth, each segment storing vital nutrients.
The forest floor is a maze of tunnels and shelters where the smallest creatures hide from predators. Winter moths remain still to conserve energy, blending perfectly with the bark. Even near frozen water is home to insects. Water striders skate along the surface unaffected by the cold.
Beneath the ice layer, worms and larvae cling to small pockets of warmth.
Even in freezing temperatures, some spiders rebuild their webs daily to catch rare winter insects.
As the frost melts, the micro-jungle becomes active. Every creature senses its brief window to move.
Look closely. These are alpine frost ants. They survive winter by forming heated clusters.
Inside this frozen trunk, frost mites trace mineral lines in the wood. That is the snow veil moth. Its wings scatter light so well that predators can't see its outline. In winter, this camouflage becomes nearly perfect.
Beneath this frozen moss lies a whole hidden city.
Even this high up, life adapts. The frost grasshopper can slow its heartbeat to nearly zero. These glowing larvae belong to the crystal wing fireflies. Even in winter, they produce faint bioluminescence.
That's a winter ridge warbler. It feeds on dormant insects hiding in the bark, helping keep the ecosystem balanced when food is scarce.
Those tiny jumps? Alpine springtails. They don't freeze because their bodies create natural These tracks belong to a frost nightcrawler beetle. It carves paths through the frozen layer at night.
Look at that, an Arctic pine foxjox.
See these tiny lines? Snow termites. They break down frozen wood throughout winter, keeping nutrients.
Those glowing caps are winter lumina mushrooms, and that little traveler's an ice cap beetle.
These frost mayflies live only a few days in winter. They emerge just long enough to mate.
These dome-shaped webs belong to the winter veil spider. They trap heat inside, allowing the spider to stay active even when temperatures drop below freezing.
Ridge snowbirds rely heavily on insects hidden beneath the snow. Their sharp vision lets them detect the slightest movement under the frost.
Watch closely. Those quick jumps belong to frost crickets. Their wings are coated with
These shimmering lights are ember mites. Their bodies produce tiny pulses of heat that help keep their underground tunnel networks from freezing shut.
Oh. Quiet. That's an Arctic hare. It blends almost perfectly with the winter landscape, relying on
Beneath this thin layer of ice, winter water nymphs move gracefully.
These frost beetles travel in coordinated lines, each one following chemical trails left by the leader. Their teamwork, leafhoppers survive on these hardy lichen patches. Even in deep winter, they extract nutrients and moisture, keeping themselves alive until spring. These ice beetles can breathe through tiny openings in frozen water. Their antifreeze proteins prevent their bodies from freezing solid. Springtails are some of the most resilient insects in winter. Their tiny bodies carry enough antifreeze to survive below 0 temperatures.
This frost-winged butterfly uses its frozen wings as camouflage. Even in winter, it waits patiently.
Inside these logs, an entire micro-world thrives. Winter field ants and ground beetles work.
These ice spiders spin fragile webs that can survive the frost.
Frost beetles travel together to maintain body warmth. Each follows chemical trails left by the leader to find shelter and food efficiently.
Even in winter, these water skaters hunt small larvae beneath the ice. Their legs are coated with frost-resistant hairs to prevent freezing. Inside the snow layer, winter ants create tiny tunnels to move safely. They transport food and maintain the detriments.
Snow mites survive by clustering, sharing warmth, and feeding on microscopic fungal spores. Hollow logs act as winter shelters. The larvae and beetles inside rely on decomposing wood for nutrients and warmth.
The frost-winged butterfly remains motionless until sunlight hits its wings. Its natural
Frost ants maintain strict pathways for efficiency. Each ant contributes to the survival of the colony in extreme winter conditions.
Snow sparrows hunt for dormant insects beneath leaves, balancing the micro-ecosystem even during the harshest winter.
These aquatic larvae survive freezing water by slowing their metabolism and hiding beneath the ice, emerging in spring as adult insects. Ice spiders continue hunting even in sub-zero temperatures, ulling their frost-resistant silk to trap prey. Snow mites cluster for warmth and feed on microscopic spores. This micro-world thrives silently under the frost.
These ice-cap beetles feed on winter mushrooms, forming a micro-ecosystem that survives despite the cold.
In this tiny winter jungle, even the smallest creatures adapt perfectly. Every